What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am MLB Chatterbox, aka Christian Corey, and yes, you see the title and the thumbnail in today's video. I'll be going over two MLB free agents, one being JT Realmuto, and the other one being DJ LeMahieu, and I will give you my predictions and my thoughts of where I think they will land most likely here in 2020 and 21 offseason, and why, and where I think their services fit the best for each specific club. So, without further ado, let's get started. And my first guy on my list is the catcher everybody wants and loves, the best catcher in the league today and on this free agent market. I don't think he's the best catcher ever, like some may think, but he's the best catcher out there right now. So, yes, that is JT Realmuto. So, JT Realmuto, I got three places I think he could land. And the first one is back in Philadelphia. And I know this is an easy pick. This is, it's easy for me to pick this one. And some may say it's an easy out when it comes to my predictions. And I'm just saying this because that's where he was in previous years. But that's not the reason why I picked Philadelphia. I truly do believe that Philadelphia will sign him back. I do believe that Philadelphia has a love affair with him. I think that since Dave Dombrowski is at the helm now in the city of brotherly love, I think that he will go hard after JT Realmuto. I really don't think there's a money issue. I don't buy that at all. When it comes to the Phillies, I buy it if it's a team such as the Rays. But a team like the Phillies who have money and really aren't that heavily affected by the, absence of fans this past year, I think he'll go to Philadelphia. I think they still got the money. I think they will want to pay him that money. I think they're willing to do that. And I see him going back to Philadelphia. Now, the second place I got him going is the Nationals. Now, if you look at the Nationals roster, their catcher's very slim. You got Yan Gomes, okay? You got Yan Gomes, who is 33. So he's mid-30s, Yan Gomes. He's been around the block. And then you got Trace Berra. I think I'm saying his name correctly. And he's 26. Now, last year, he didn't play at all. 2 at-bats, no RBIs, no homers. So he's irrelevant. So they really have a hole behind the plate when it comes to the Nationals. Now, I know the Nationals say they're not going to spend heavily, but if you were to spend heavily, this would be a position I would seriously consider investing most of my payroll in, just because, again, Yan Gomes and Trace Berra, I know Kurt Suzuki is a free agent, but I do believe Kurt Suzuki is pretty old as well. So yeah, Kurt Suzuki is 37, so he's even older than Yan Gomes. And I would seriously, if I were the Nationals, seriously try to go after JT Realmuto. I think he'll be good. I think that's a smart investment when it comes to this offseason. I signed him to a 5-year deal, near $100 million. That's fine, I guess. I mean, if that's what the asking price is, you got to get somebody. And I think the Nationals can spend. I don't think the Nationals think that, they're a year removed from the World Series championship, although they are. I think they still believe that they are, the defending World Series champions. I know they're not, but I think in their mind they think they are because, again, in 2019 they were terrible in the beginning. Then they went to that magnificent run, came all the way back, made the playoffs, made the wild card, went all the way to the World Series, beat the Astros, and won. I think they believe that 2020 was irrelevant when it comes to how they were, where they ended up. And basically, 2020 for the Nationals was just a crap year, just in the crapper. You want to forget about 2020. That's everybody in the league. But for them, I feel like they think they are defending World Series champions. And with that being said, when you're defending World Series champions, you want to go after the big guy. And I think they can do it. I think they have some money. I'm not sure where their payroll is this year. I'm sure it will be down like everybody else in the league. But they're not one of the poor teams. They're probably the middle ground. So I think they could go after Realmuto and make a pretty solid offer to get him, and I think they could get him if the price is right and Realmuto feels comfortable going to our nation's capital. Last one for JT Realmuto, I got the Angels of Anaheim. Yes, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Their catchers, Max Stassi and Anthony Bemboom. Anthony Bemboom. Oh God. Okay. Who's Bemboom? Never heard of him. He's 6'2". Wow. I really do think that this would be good for the Angels. I know this is not what Angels fans want to hear. I think the Angels should prioritize pitching over hitting. And I think that's a smart move. But the Angels don't do the smart move. They do not go after starting pitchers. And, unless they're not going to get Bauer, there's really no one out there that I would go after if I were the Angels. Because the Angels are in a position where it's a win-now position. They want to get to the playoffs next year. They need Mike Trout in the playoffs again. They need him badly. And if they can't get Bauer, who else are you going to get? Jake Odorizzi, who's 31? You know what I mean? So for them, it's very iffy. They could trade for Snell, which I find very, very interesting, and I could see that happening. That would be interesting, but they would have to give up some prospects. I don't think they give up Joe Adell for Snell. So I just see them going after a catcher in Realmuto, again, paying him a lot of money. Do I think that's smart necessarily for the Angels and what their position they're in? No, I do not think that's smart. Unless the Angels don't go after Bauer, I could see them going after Realmuto because they have a situation at the catcher's position in my eyes. That's just my thought of where Realmuto could go. All right, guy number 2 on my list is the second baseman everybody knows and loves and wants. That is the Michigan native, DJ LeMahieu. Everybody knows DJ LeMahieu. Everybody loves DJ LeMahieu. This is DJ LeMahieu's market. He is a number 1 target at his position, second base. So when it comes to the teams I feel who will be interested in LeMahieu's services, number 1, I got Yankees. It's a no-brainer. If the Yankees aren't going to get Bauer, again, like the Angels, if the Angels aren't going to get Bauer, I could see them going after LeMahieu again. I think it'd be smart. I saw a thing where if they don't get LeMahieu, then it will be detrimental. And Yankees fans view LeMahieu as a Jeter-esque type of player because he has that type of swing. He's the type of guy. He's a lunch pail type of guy. Go to the ballpark, get you 3 hits in a game, pop you one to right field every now and then. Ends the year with 15 home runs in a regular season. So I think the Yankees need DJ LeMahieu. Now, if the Yankees somehow do not decide to retain DJ LeMahieu, I could see LeMahieu going to the Blue Jays. I know those are rumors that are out there. I could see DJ LeMahieu going to the Blue Jays. I think the Blue Jays want to spend money. I think they can spend money. I think that they think that they are playoff contenders, even though last year, if it was a regular playoff format, they would not make the playoffs, but I do believe that they think that they are ready to make the playoffs. They could fit in there nicely, a little bit of a veteran presence in that younger overall team. So I could see him going to the Blue Jays, no problemo. Now, a third team I have LeMahieu, going this offseason. A third team that I think could use his services greatly, and I haven't heard anybody talk about this one, is the Chicago White Sox. Now, the White Sox, I find this very, very interesting and very intriguing, and I think this could really work out for both sides. LeMahieu, again, Midwest kind of kid from Michigan, so, he probably been to Chicago, and I think the White Sox and LeMahieu would be essentially a match made in heaven because they, being the White Sox, need a second baseman. Now, I know Nick Madrigal. I know about him. I heard about him. Saw an article today, actually, on the White Sox page about him. I know they think he's going to be a hitting machine. I understand that. But if you're the White Sox, realistically, and you actually want to make a hard push into the postseason next year, you want to get past the wild card round, you'd like to make it to the ALCS, and you'd like to make it to the World Series in the next 3 years, I think you could really go after DJ LeMahieu. I think they're ready to spend money on the South Side. I think this is their door opening. I think they're ready to take over that town when it comes to baseball. The Cubs are on the downcline, and the White Sox are on the incline. So I think that LeMahieu going to Chicago, surprised no one has talked about this. Maybe they have. I haven't seen it. I could see LeMahieu going to the White Sox in a heartbeat. They could give him the deal that they want. I don't think they'd have a problem going 5 years, because that's what he wants, 5 years, near $100 million. So north of $100 million, actually. So I could see the White Sox going hard after LeMahieu and surprise everybody in the baseball world. Because I don't think Nick Madrigal, I don't think they really want to wait on him. I really don't think so. I'm looking at his stats of last season. He had no home runs, 11 RBI, 2 stolen bases, 340. So, I mean, that was in the major leagues. Now, again, minors in 2019 and Double-A of 19, he had a home run, batted .341. That's really good. 16 RBIs. And then again, in 19 at Triple-A, he had 1 home run, 12 RBIs, and still batted above .330, .331. So I think that could be a trade piece for the White Sox if they do get LeMahieu. So I don't think if they get LeMahieu, I do not think they would hang on to Madrigal. I think they would try to trade him for maybe a pitcher or something like that, because I think they would have no use for him anywhere, because if DJ LeMahieu is going to sign a 5-year deal, why would you need anybody at second base who's relatively good at that position? Why would you need him? I would flip him for a pitcher. That's my suggestion for LeMahieu. So yeah, guys, that's where I got these two men going this offseason. Comment down below your thoughts of my suggestions for where DJ LeMahieu and JT Realmuto will land here in 2020 and 2021. As always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you later.